Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about Desmond Bane and talking about the 2020 NBA draft. So, in 2020, the Detroit Pistons had an opportunity to draft Desmond Bane. We actually had 3 chances to draft Desmond Bane and decided to not take him at all. At number 7, we decided to take Killian Hayes. At number 16, we ended up grabbing Isaiah Stewart. And then at number 19, we brought in Saddiq Bey. And in this video, it will be revealed that Desmond Bane said that the Pistons told him on draft night that we were going to draft him. But before we continue, please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm literally like 20 people away from 5K subscribers. So if you're new here, if you're a Pistons fan, please subscribe. I drop consistent Pistons content. And like this video as always, today's like goal will be 120 likes. Now play the intro.
Subscribe to Joe Polo 10.
Is the MVP.
Detroit basketball.
Okay, so this whole Desmond Bane story, this is actually something that I didn't get to cover. This came out about 2-3 weeks ago, but I never got to give my own, opinion and take on this whole situation. And I finally have a chance and opportunity to do so now. So play the clip right now of Desmond Bane speaking about the 2020 NBA draft, about how the Pistons said we were going to bring him in. Play the clip.
And Detroit calls right after Aaron Nesmith goes 14, and we knew Detroit had 16, and they were like, sit tight, we're trying to make it happen. So I was like, I'm going 16 to Detroit. We're in there celebrating. 16th pick goes by. We don't get a call. I think it was Isaiah Stewart that goes off the board. And then we had saw that Detroit traded for 19. So we were like, we're going 19, whatever. Obviously didn't take me at 19. They took Saddiq Bey.
Okay, so that's what happened from Desmond Bane's perspective. And I will say that this is unfortunate that it had to play out this way because Desmond Bane, he has really stepped into his own this year on the Memphis Grizzlies. He's currently averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And then the Grizzlies as a whole this year, their team has just really taken a leap and taking it to the next level. So it is unfortunate that we couldn't grab someone like Desmond Bane and have him on our Pistons team, because if we did have someone like him, I believe the potential of our future will be much higher. Now, granted, right now I still do believe in this Pistons team. I believe in a few years we will be competing in the playoffs, but if we had Desmond Bane, we would have gotten to the playoffs a lot sooner. So let's talk about the players that we took instead of Desmond Bane. So first off, Isaiah Stewart. And I will say this, he won't have as much impact in the NBA long term as someone like Desmond Bane. When you're comparing someone who's a center like Isaiah Stewart, who may or may not be the starter long term here in Detroit, to someone like Desmond Bane, who's been given a lot of minutes and shot attempts over there in Memphis. So if we're going by impact alone, I will give the edge to Desmond Bane looking forward in the future. But we can't just discredit Isaiah Stewart and what he's done on the Pistons, okay? He has still been productive here. So far in his 2 years, he has averaged 8 points and 7 rebounds. May not be much, but picking him up at 16 in the draft and to have him with that stat line is pretty solid, I think. And then also, when you look at his accomplishments, Isaiah Stewart rookie season, he made the all-rookie second team. Then in the summer, after his rookie season, he made it to the Team USA Select team. And then this season, he made it to the Rising Stars tournament. So when you look at his stats and his accomplishments, to pick a guy like that up at 16 in the draft, I think it was solid, even though you missed out on someone like Desmond Bane. And then when we talk about Saddiq Bey compared to Desmond Bane, those two I feel like are more comparable in terms of what they will do in their NBA careers. I believe both of those guys will become extremely successful. So most Pistons fans, honestly, shouldn't be too concerned about taking Saddiq Bey over Bane. I can understand Isaiah Stewart a little bit, but when it comes to Saddiq Bey, he's near identical to Bane. And if anything, he's above Desmond Bane because of the accomplishments. And then I guess before I wrap up this video, I will mention Killian Hayes because we could have decided to take someone else instead of Killian Hayes. But as I said in the past, I'm going to continue to be patient with him. The young man is only 20 years old right now on a bad Pistons team who's rebuilding right now. So we're not any rush for him to become successful immediately. So I'm just going to continue to wait and see what he can become and be patient with him. And then for me, at least, I'm not looking at someone like Desmond Bane. I'm looking at someone like Tyrese Halliburton. We could have had him instead of Killian Hayes. I'm not too concerned, about the Desmond Bane over Killian Hayes thing. But that's basically everything. Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. The Pistons could have selected Desmond Bane 3 times in that draft, but we decided to go with Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, and Saddiq Bey. Did we make a mistake? And if we did, which player would you replace out of the 3? You could put Killian Hayes, but for the sake of the discussion and where he was in the draft, it would probably be better to pick between Isaiah Stewart and Saddiq Bey. But that's basically everything, Pistons fans. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 4K, and I'm out.